Welcome to Freshly Popped, a daily show examining pop culture headlines so you don't have to. Today is February 27th, 2026, and I'm Fiona Shea.
And I'm Ryan Graham.
Today, we're losing it over Rihanna being back in the studio and Pink finding out she is allegedly getting a divorce from the internet.
Insane. I feel like People Magazine, they're going to pay for their crimes for this one. But you know what else we're losing our minds over? Slightly.
Mm.
The goddamn traitors for
Oh
now.
my God. Yeah. You need to tell me what's going on. I had a writing workshop last night, so I got home late and I was like, Sequoia and Ryan are gonna be like, Fiona drops the ball again on the traders time. But today I'm not doing anything. I'm gonna rest and relax and hopefully catch up. So Monday, maybe when Sequoia is back from New York, we can really
Yes.
get into like the specific details. We'll give the audience a few more days to catch up if they haven't. But I want to hear your first
Initial
thoughts.
thoughts is that this is very much November 5th, 2024 all over again. You know, when
Okay.
that was election day, when you get your hopes up and you're like, oh, maybe people will have some fucking common sense. But no, they remind you that every time they're going to pick a man.
Did the white man prevail?
Of course he did. And like, to be fair,
Damn.
Rob makes a solid move. I'm not gonna spoil all of it. Like the finale
Okay.
ends up still being pretty shocking and pretty
Okay.
like they do a good job of keeping the drama going and like making you feel like I don't know, this could go either way, which is shocking because it felt pretty clear that Rob was gonna win like 5 episodes ago.
But still, people were thinking, even one of my friends was texting me thinking that maybe Maura was going to switch teams. So
And
there
there
was
was
some hope, right? There was a
so
glimmer of
much.
hope. Okay.
Oh my god! Like again, we're so yeah. Sorry, there is a spoiler there. You do know you're gonna know the winner, but I'm saying I won't tell you how things play out. It is
Okay.
really a good episode, and it's worth watching. But
Okay.
Mara has three distinct outs in one episode. There are three clear moments where she could like open her eyes and go, "Oh, this is people tell." Like everyone keeps telling her, "Girl, do not trust him," and she just keeps being like, I don't know, oh god. But there's one moment that really drives me crazy is that
Okay.
Rob grabs her by the face. They're in the kitchen, he grabs her by the face and is like, we're gonna win this, and then he picks her up with one arm and like spins
Stop.
her. I
Stop.
shit you not, it's like the most romantic thing in the world. And I'm like, she keeps being like, oh, I trust him to the end. If he's a traitor, I'm gonna look so dumb. And in the finale or in the reunion, she keeps saying, "Oh my god, I think I'm dumb." And this is what pissed me off about that is that everyone's like, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "Stop lying to her. Don't lie. I don't need you to lie to Mara." Like, I'm not saying that she is a dumb person in general, but she was dumb in
She
this
was
game.
acting dumb. She was
Correct.
stigmatized.
And-
She was stigmatized by Rob.
And what's
And
crazy
you
about-
act dumb when you're
And you
under the
do.
trance of a man. A lot of times you're acting stupid.
And it's okay to say that. It's
And it's
to be like,
okay. It's
"Girl, that was
okay."
dumb." I'm like-
So Rob was saying, picking her up, spinning her around in the kitchen, we're gonna win this, as if he was a faithful and the faithfuls would win because they were going to get the correct traitor. Okay.
Correct. Yeah, he was like setting her up basically to be like, it's gonna be me and you in the end.
Wait, I
We're gonna
can't
get-
believe he
It's-
was using her. Oh, but then he's just fueled. Like now Rob is walking away
God.
from the show being like, I am that charming because I played this girl.
100%. And not just her. Like I like there's a thing he does in the last episode where I'm like, I have to give it to him. And like, while I do think he benefits from being like attractive and charming,
Yes.
he also did play a very smart game and like made very smart moves. So like, you cannot
Okay.
take away
Okay.
you simply can't take away that he also was good at this game.
Okay, I'm curious to hear you say that to Sequoia and see if she will agree with you because I feel like her position before was very much like his gameplay is getting completely inflated.
Correct. Yeah.
And then I had a few friends text me on the side after listening to our episode being like, well, yes, I think he's getting gassed up. He's stoic and he doesn't say much and he's smart, which is part of the success on the show.
100%. Also, like, I think people probably underestimate how smart he is. I think Rob is like genuinely a smart person. And because he is like very pretty, I don't think people see him as like that he could be that conniving. Which again, I get how he could gaslight people. Because you don't think he would be that
I
conniving.
know, because usually guys like him, you're kind of like, oh yeah, they're a little dumb.
Yeah.
Because you're that good looking.
Yeah.
So when they're not saying anything, it's like, oh, there's not much. You don't have anything to say. When really, oh, it's all happening up here. The wheels are turning. Okay, I'm gonna catch up this weekend.
I will say one other big revelation was that because like Maura was stigmatized, but in the reunion. The crazy thing was,
explain the reunion. Explain the reunion situation. They're all sitting like, is it like a Love Island reunion? They're on a set. Okay,
it's full like Love Island housewife style. Andy Cohen's literally in the middle. Andy Cohen comes out in overalls.
Wait, was Andy Cohen was doing the reunion?
Yes,
not Andy Cummings. Andy Cohen.
Alan Cummings.
Alan Cummings.
Yeah. Alan Cummings didn't. I mean, I don't know if this is the first time I've actually watched a reunion. I don't know if he normally comes, but he was not there at all. It was just Andy with all the cast, and so it really.
Where does Andy come in? Because it's not a Bravo. Like he's just like, I'm gonna host it.
And
also, it's Peacock.
It's Peacock, so like there is that kind of connection, but also it's Andy Cohen and he loves mess. Like I mean, and lovingly, I'm like I love Andy, but like he loves the type of stuff.
Because all his stuff is on is Bravo and Peacock. That's the partnership. Okay,
it's like Universal owns Peacock owns Universal, which is NBC and also Bravo, so like it's all one
it's part of the same universe. Got it.
And then because the housewives are on the show, so like it's his realm.
True. I forgot about that. Okay,
but but in there, Andy kind of grills Maura and Rob like, hey. Well, you two seem to be flirting, and they both are like, and this is the crazy, Maura, you're digmatized this whole time, and then he doesn't even claim you. Like, Rob's sitting back like, like, and then Maura was like, no, I mean, I don't know, and like, literally Rob's silent.
Oh, no. I would be so bummed out if I thought, like, me and Rob were gonna be dating, if we were gonna be booed up at the reunion, and then we show up, and I look like an idiot, and he also, like, allegedly has a IRL
That's
girlfriend.
What I was about to say. Well, and then so that was gonna be my next thing, is that, like, not only is he silent on them until she's like, well, I mean, once he's silent, she goes, I don't know if we were flirting. And he goes, I mean, we were kind of. And she goes, I thought we were just having fun. And then he confirms that he does have a girlfriend now who lives, well, allegedly, according to Demois, she lives in Kansas City. Like, people have seen him out and about in Kansas City. And so I'm like, hey, my friends, I need you all out and about with your eyes.
Yo, wait, come on. You could get some boots on the ground.
Exactly. I need my boots on the ground. Missouri, hey, Kansas City High.
You're the only one. You're the only one who can get to the bottom of this. Kansas City High posts in the Facebook group.
Exactly.
Hey, I host a new pop culture show, and I need someone to get the tea on Rob Roush's girlfriend.
Who is she? You know what? Let me do some recon this weekend, and I'll come back with some information.
Did you go to Kansas City High? That's what your school was called?
No. I was saying Kansas City Hive. With a V, Hive.
Got it. Because I was like, damn, like Kansas City High, that's like, school. That sounds kind of iconic. Yeah.
I love the idea. That would be very funny if we just had one high school.
High school. One big ass high school. Shit was happening. Okay, so he, in front of Maura's face, says, yeah, maybe we were flirting, but don't care now because I'm booed up.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
That's kind of a little bit of a slap in the face, but I guess it's been enough time maybe since the show has finale that like they've been living their own lives anyways, so she would have known if something was gonna happen.
Well, and then also after someone lies to you the whole season, I feel like even if I was feeling things, that would make me personally be like, I don't know if I could date you immediately. You know what I mean? Even if I got over it, it would take me a long time.
It seems like that wouldn't even deter her.
You're right. She's like,
low key.
She's like, I lied to myself. Actually, yeah, she's like, I did that. I'm sorry.
Wow. Okay, so any other big moments besides the Rob of it all?
There are other random moments. Like, I feel like overall the reunion was a little like, they never really get into it. So like Lisa and Colton, they don't show him walking off. He allegedly stormed off set. They show the moment where she was like, you used the word hostage. That was an interesting choice of words. And then you can see that Colton is annoyed by that. And he goes, well, why do you call that out? Like, obviously she is alluding to the allegations against Colton being a stalker. Like, it is clear that is what she is referencing. but they don't explicitly like underline it in the edit, and they don't
Okay.
show it. They don't, whatever blow up allegedly happened, they don't ever really go into it. Like, you see Colton is annoyed and he comes back at her, and then he was like, well, you said you would slit my throat in the turret, which is a part of the game is like about murder, like not
Right,
literal
right,
murder. Yeah.
right.
But he's trying to use that back at her, and she's kind of, I mean, that's a false equivalency. I'm like, well, no, like, we're not murdering people on the show. But yeah, they don't actively show him leaving or like any of the blow up. You do see him get like short with her, but this whole time it felt like they were very much trying to dance around Colton's
Stalker allegations.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because for
and
people
then-
who didn't watch, I mean, I feel like most people know this at this point because I didn't even watch Bachelor and I know about it.
Yeah.
Colton was on a season of The Bachelor
before it was
and-
out. Mhm.
before he was out as openly gay, and he went to the end with a girl named Cassie, who was the Bachelorette. They were dating. It came out after that he was stalking her, sending her threatening text messages, tracking her car.
Yeah, it's got really weird.
It got really weird. It was like
it-
2020, I want to
Yeah.
say.
And he like, so they lightly talk about, and he was like, it was just they don't explicitly say anything that happens, but he was like, it was a really dark period in my life. Like, again, I think the show is like, because he got so much heat, like Andy asked him like, how did it feel to be a villain? Kind of like, you know, he kind of got like not received well, and so it seems like the show is trying to do their best to give him a redemption edit and like be sensitive to Colton, which I'm like, all right, whatever. So they don't
And
really
remind
go into
me,
it. They address it, yeah.
he and Lisa had kind of beef on the show because Colton just decided, right? What he was from the episodes that I've watched, he was very much like, and I'm deciding this person and I'm going for them. And Lisa was a
One of the
victim
people.
of his kind of strategy, right?
And he kept being like, you're not a housewife. He's like, I know how housewives behave and you're not acting like one. And so then Lisa's like, if you want a housewife, I'll give you one. And so this was her kind of being like, hey,
Okay.
if you want to get in the dirt with me, I can be. But like, you know what I mean? She also was like notably a villain on the last season of her being a housewife. So she's like, if that's the Lisa Rinna you want, I can do it. And then now it was, you know.
I think the first few episodes, I even voiced this to you and Sequoia, the very first episodes of this season of Traitors, Lisa Rinna, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, she's cool, but I'm not feeling so connected with her. But as the season has gone on and I'm getting to know her more and her funny antics, I'm like, okay, I get why she's like a Housewives Hall of Famer.
100%. She's so silly in all the best ways. And then
She
like,
is.
Yeah, can be quite the villain. But I don't think she is always a villain. I think she is, specifically now that she's not on Housewives anymore, I think she's much more like silly aunt. Like, you know what I mean?
She is kind of silly aunt.
Yeah.
Like daughters are out of the house modeling and she's living her best life.
Exactly. Yeah,
Also,
yeah.
do you have your microphone? I just realized that
It's like
you would-
right next to me. I had it on the
Oh,
stand,
perfect,
but is it too
perfect.
far? Because I feel like I was yelling before, so I was like, let me put it a little further away.
Oh no, that sounds great.
Oh, good. I know.
I just
Usually I'm
wanted-
like screaming.
It's hard to know how loud we're being. Okay, yeah. So
But yeah,
Traitors,
I know. That's
Traitors Tea. Do you think that it was all in all a good season since you've watched?
Yeah,
many seasons?
It definitely is a good season, and like I've started rewatching season 3, and I understand the praise that I have to give it to Rob. I think
Dang.
some of the
Okay, you're
bars-
kind of pedaling back
I
a
am.
little. You're going a
I-
little backwards.
I think when someone is, I'm gonna have to eat my words, just like when Timmy wins that
Eat
shot.
'em up.
It is
Eat
when
'em
Timmy
up.
wins that Oscar. I'm also gonna have to eat my words there, but I'm ready to eat them. I am admitting that I think I don't know if I can say he is the greatest, but he is certainly.
Oh,
I'm not gonna say. I wouldn't say that. But I'm like, I think he is better than a lot of traders. He is. He
Wow.
is. When I'm rewatching, I'm
Okay.
like, oh, he's
Okay.
just- and I will say, I think that some of that is being charming, white, and good looking. I think that plays into it. That like, you are
absolutely.
able to-
It doesn't
and
hurt.
It makes me think like, you know how whenever like Yale student, and this is not Rob at all. I don't think Rob is a bad person. But when like Yale student commits a crime or does something like it's a young white rugby player, they're always like he's a good boy, blah blah, and like they kind of get off with their crimes.
AKA Brock Turner at Stanford.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm
yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah.
It's like I get how they get off because like they have this assumed innocence.
Yes,
assumed,
absolutely.
Charm just by being young
I
white men,
know.
and then
Yes.
and you add hot on top of it, and it's just like not that Brock. I don't Brock yuck. You know what I mean? Rob is not a bad person. I don't think he would ever do any of those things. But I can imagine how someone like that who is very young, very hot, and then just like a young white man, people are going to assume innocence from him in a way that they wouldn't necessarily from other people. So,
absolutely.
But that's just a part of the game. Yeah. Play with what you got.
That is part of the game. That's part of the like sociological aspects of the game, which I do find interesting, is that, you know, even coming in as a housewife, there are things attached to you that people are going to assume about you because you're this like rich lady and you come from this background, you know, so how can you, I think that's the most interesting thing is when people almost negate those assumptions or preconditions that the other players put on them.
100%. Like the Housewives is a good call. Like often people like Lisa not being big enough, even though she can't be small, but that then is used against her. Where Rob can kind of just not coast, but like he's assumed to be normal, and anything a housewife does is always going to be like, that's weird, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's all a part of it and playing the game. But he's richer now, and
oh yeah, so how much do Auntie won some money, and he won some money. How much was the pot?
$220,000 and $220,800. Wow, that was hard to say. So
and he's gonna just spend that on like new snake hunting gear.
Right. He did allegedly promise Maura a Birkin. That's what he said he would get her for lying.
Oh,
he has not done it. To me, I thought if I was him, he should have brought that Birkin to the reunion. That would have been the move.
That would have been very charming. Then everyone kind of would have been.
Love Rob,
yeah.
I know, Ella, this turned into kind of a Traitors recap, but
yes.
The other thing is he wore a Lisa Rinna tank top. Like underneath his suit, he has this white tank top, and like Lisa Rinna is in it. It's so weird, and I don't know where he got this tank top. I don't know why, but like it is. A part of his. Let me show you the image of what it is.
It's like a wife beater with Lisa
it's like a wife
Rinna
beater,
on it,
and then her face is on it. Yeah.
Did they address that on camera?
No, it was completely unaddressed. But like,
wait! Oh, this is so bizarre. I thought it was gonna be like a shirt.
No,
it's
like a
shirt. It's just a little sticker.
Yeah, of Lisa Rinna. They don't ever talk about it, and it's like slightly seen. And I was just like, wait, what? But I mean, again, it was only an hour, and they had a lot to cover, so they never talk about it. But
is he wearing a suit jacket with the wife beater? Okay, I don't love that.
Jordans. Let me see if I can pull up what he wore.
In Jordans, this is interesting. I mean, he looks good, like the hair. He's a good looking man. But the suit jacket with the wife beater is kind of odd to me.
Do we have an image of what he wore? Not really. I mean, this is like the LOL Candace as well.
Okay. Oh, you know what? He looks a little better there. The broad shoulders kind of pull it off.
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, not bad.
Yeah, it's very fine. You know what I mean?
It doesn't look like he had a stylist working with him. That seems like maybe his own.
He seems like he wouldn't hire one. You know what I mean? He feels like he would be like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, which is kind of why we love him. Another thing that I need to talk about that's been burning on my chest since I came home late last night and was doing a late night scroll, which I know is bad and I shouldn't do. But I went to sleep maybe feeling better than I typically do because Rihanna posted a night in her life vlog, essentially, part of which was her going to the studio. She is trying to tell us, whether we believe her or not, that she's cooking up on the album. I have the Instagram actually pulled up here so we can watch it.
It's crazy to me that her night starts at 9 p.m.
What the hell is going on here? Okay, so I hope my volume works. Let's turn the volume on. It says A Night in the Life. It's starting at 9 p.m. Rihanna posted this to her Instagram, so you can watch it yourself too, but we'll play it here.
Yeah.
So I have to go to the studio and I have to make a Mardi Gras costume for my son.
Okay, so she's at, a Savage X Fenty meeting until 2 a.m. It seems like from 9 p.m. till 2 a.m. She's working with the team in a conference room, approving all this stuff. It says October, November, December, I imagine for the next year. Then she says, still need to go to the studio and then make a Mardi Gras costume for my son. So here she goes.
Bloody hell. As long as they ever.
Okay, it's 2:18 a.m. she hits the studio.
And I love that she cut the music here. She's like, you're not going to get a sneak peek.
So true.
Business school.
So true. We're not getting no tea. But we see her writing on pen and paper. We see her bopping around. Everyone's lively in the studio. Whole team's there. Okay, 6:45 a.m. She's driving home and has a hot glue gun and is crafting this fly outfit for her son with a whole umbrella accessory attached.
So cute.
He comes out at 10 a.m. And I'm trying to figure out where they are because I feel like Rihanna and Rocky are typically at their penthouse in New York City, but this is not New York City.
This
Must
gives
be
LA.
maybe LA.
Yeah, it gives LA.
Okay, so then it pans to her son in this little blazer with all the purple beads and a feather encrusted umbrella. It's almost 10 a.m. and Rihanna's still going.
That is crazy to me that she is like, it's like a full, like what you would imagine be a work day. It all takes place at night. I'm like, imagine working for her where you're in the Savage X meeting and you're like, oh, it starts at 9:30 p.m. Like insane.
And do you think that is, I mean, I know that highly successful, wealthy people, famous people operate completely differently than we do. Like Mariah Carey, I've heard similarly does, like she's almost nocturnal. Yeah, I don't know if you know this about the diva. Yeah, she essentially is awake at night and sleeps during the day, at least in the past few years. And that's something that like is widely known in the industry when you're working with Mariah. Like the shoot is gonna start at 9:30 p.m. or 10 p.m. And I think that she almost like plays it up because she likes being like a little bit more of a diva. Anyhow, with Rihanna, do we think it's because she's being a mother all day and then is like, I can't do the meeting until 9:30 p.m.?
Oh, you know what? That makes sense because I do remember in an interview her saying she like she wants to be present, which obviously I love that, and like not really wanting to have a bunch of nannies around. Like she actively wants to be like the one raising her kids, and I didn't consider that like yeah, I want to be up, do these things with them, and then when they're off at school or whatever, then I can maybe like catch it a nap.
Or they're asleep. I have a feeling that this isn't like an everyday night in the life for Rihanna. This was a particular one that they were like, let's vlog this because this will be good for socials. And what do we think the play is here? I mean, obviously she gets to promote Savage Fenty in it, which
of course
is she's always trying to make money there.
She can gaslight us and tell us she's in the studio.
I know.
Working on Trolls 2. Like she's in the next guy. I love that she's
Moana
in the
3.
Yes,
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
Moana 3 is coming out and she's playing one of the forest gods, and so now she's in the. You see, we didn't hear music. She's probably in the recording lines. And it's like I don't buy it. I don't believe that you are making music anymore. Stop lying.
I don't
to us,
think so
Rihanna.
either. I just don't think so either. She's not in. It doesn't feel like her energy is in. She's she's just in a different time of her life. I can't really imagine her in the studio cooking up, but I want to eat my words. You know, I would love to eat these words later. I will chop them back up and swallow them down if we are getting another iconic pop album.
I will say one of the things like we do hear when she's in the studio is someone saying, "We in business, kook," and so that I believe, and like it's a blurry image, but I believe that they're referring to Kook Harrell, who is like a famous producer, and so he has produced. He produced Umbrella. He produced. I'm looking at the list now. Only Girl in the World. He produced Single Ladies. He produced Just Fine by Mary J. Blige. He's also worked with Cardi B on her recent album. So like, this
is great detective work.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, so like, I am. The fact that they say that, and she even like she has it captioned, and it says "We in business, kook." Because I was like, am I hearing that right? And so it is literally captioned that in there. So I'm like, I believe she put that in there for a reason. And so like, again, it might all be gaslighting because she's like, I'm a billionaire and I got to keep y'all interested. So let me really sell these panties for the first minute of this video and then pretend I'm in the studio. But she is working with a heavy hitter, someone who has given her hits. So I am hoping, fingers crossed, that we will eat these words and that she is actually in the studio, actually doing work. Or not.
She got to sell these panties. I know, because the makeup even outshines the panties sometimes. Right. I do have a Savage X Fenty set from when she first dropped it in like 2017, because obviously Rihanna put out a product. I was like, need to purchase. Come on, bad gal Fifi and good guy Rye guy.
Exactly.
Like, we were there.
Our
we were
namesake.
there.
I know. We were there. We were there. That's funny.
We were
Truly our
in the
namesake.
room where it happened. Yeah, she just has such a good energy. Like, I
Yeah.
love seeing that. Whatever she is trying to do with this, I'm fine because I like seeing a window into what her life is like.
I'm like, gaslight me. Gaslight away. I will pretend to believe that you are making an album because I don't care. You can lie. Rihanna can lie to me. I'm fine.
You know what? I'd probably let Rob and Rihanna gaslight me.
Wow. Rihanna would make a great trader. Oh my gosh. She would make a
Ooh,
great trader.
imagine.
So fun.
Oh, she'd be so funny on that show. And she loves, you know how she loves Housewives? She's like a big Bravo girl.
She is. I know she probably literally would never, but I would, maybe they need like a trader superstar edition.
Like an A-list.
Yeah. Give me a.
But it would also be funny to see like Rihanna with some more
Regular
B or
people?
C
Yeah.
regular people.
Like reality TV celebrities. Yeah, I
Yes.
think we need a new word for, because I think there's like a reality TV tier of celebrity, and then there's also like mainstream celebrities. You know what I mean?
That's a
'Cause,
good call.
They're like, I feel like Lisa Rinna is an A-list reality celebrity, and Rob Roush A-list reality celebrity, but they are distinctly different than like A-list mainstream celebrities. Does that make
Absolutely.
sense?
And what is an A-list reality celebrity? How does that relate to does that make you a B or a C
I feel
regular
like you would be
celebrity?
I feel like it's hard to place you because I'm like, yes and no. I feel like I would put you lower than that in theory, but also maybe not.
I almost
don't-
would,
it's
yeah.
hard
So
to- it's
that's
hard to
that's
describe.
what's hard about like actors and singers are just more widely recognizable because
Right.
they span across culture, whereas reality TV is so specific to if you watch reality TV.
Right.
If
And
you
then also-
don't, they're not
like,
really
who
going to
is
come
that?
across your desk. They're never
Right, like Rob
you're not
Roush
going to
in
recognize them.
theory could walk around and like I think people would recognize him, but he is probably much more like able to walk around Kansas City freely, and maybe people are taking pictures, but like Rihanna could never just walk down the plaza. You know what I mean? Like that's our outdoor mall in Kansas City. Like she just could not do that in a way that Rob probably can. Like you know what I mean? For a time, he will get stopped, but like
Yeah, internet
It's
and
not the
reality
same.
TV fame feels isolated to people who watch reality TV or who consume your type of content on social, because it's even weird that like a girl with millions of followers will come across my TikTok, Instagram, and you don't know them because
Right,
you don't
crazy.
know them. You're only famous. Someone is only famous to you if you know who they are.
exactly.
It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Strange energy. But I mean, hey, if they ever did it, I would love to see Rihanna on Traders. I think she would be very fun, very entertaining.
Agree.
But yeah, it's fun seeing her be like a mom. And speaking of moms, another mom who made news this week, or literally yesterday, Pink yesterday, or People Magazine yesterday posted an article stating that Pink and her husband Carrie Hart are getting a divorce, and Pink made a reply video saying ... I didn't know this. Can you let me know? She had no clue when People Magazine is reporting this. So just
And
for you-
People is allegedly a
Yeah.
reliable source.
100%. That's what I'm saying. Like they are like notable. I feel like this feels like a TMZ type of thing that I'm like, if it was them, it would make more sense. But I'm like, People Magazine. That feels, and then the fact that it's still up. You can go to them at the time of recording. It's possible that they take it down by the time you listen to this. But at the time of this recording, that post is still up, and they just added a note saying
We were
they
wrong.
did-
We got it wrong.
like literally they updated it with a note that says a rep from Pink had no comment. A rep from Hart, who is her husband, did not immediately respond to People's request for comment. However, Pink posted a video on the afternoon of Thursday, February 26th, refuting this report. That is their update. And so, just for a little backstory, Pink, known for her early 2000s hits, Don't Let Me Get Me, Get This Party Started, and she's gone to span many, many tours. Since then, she married motocross star Carrie Hart in 2006.
Okay.
The two briefly separated in 2008,
Right.
but they ultimately reconciled. That was actually the impetus for her song So What? Like, so
What?
I'm
I'm
still
still a rock star. I
Exactly.
got my rock moves, and I don't need you.
Exactly. Exactly. That was about Carrie Hart when they had their little separation
Yes.
in 2008. But they got back together.
It kind of felt like they were getting a divorce. I remember when that was all going down, and it was like, damn, she's leaving him. Because even there are some lyrics that are literally like, I'm leaving your ass. Like, it's over.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Go, like, you weren't there. You don't. Yeah, either way. But yeah, so it felt divorcey. But they did not
They separate.
Divorce.
They get back together.
Yes.
Okay.
And they've been together ever since. So 20 years of marriage, People magazine posts, it's over. After 20 years of marriage.
Wow, that's a big deal. This is a big
agree.
deal that they're misreporting this. Like, they're being so flippant about it.
And the fact that they haven't, like, they kind of didn't apologize. Pink responds. So she gets on, she literally looks like she just woke up. Let me share my screen. She literally is like, oh, wow. She gets on the internet, no makeup, and just like, let me respond.
Oops, I left my refrigerator open. On my way to a beer. So I was just alerted to the fact that I'm separated from my husband. I didn't know. Thank you, People Magazine. Thank you, Us Weekly. Thank you for letting me know. I was wondering, would you also like to tell our children, my 14-year-old and 9-year-old are also unaware. Or do you want to talk about some real news? Do you want to talk about the Epstein files? Do you want to talk about systemic racism? Or misogyny in sports, or how classy the women's hockey team is, or how 8 of the 12 medals won in the Olympics this year for the U.S. were won by women? Or do you maybe want to talk about the fact that I got nominated the first year I was eligible for the Rock and Roll motherfucking Hall of Fame? Do you want to talk about my accomplishments, or do you only want to talk about my supposed demise?
Ooh.
I love that she called them out for that, because like also literally like this week or maybe last week it was announced that she was nominated to be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and that is a big deal. Like, you can only do it after you've been in the industry for 30 years, and not everyone gets that nomination the first year. This is the first year she's eligible and immediately got the nom. So like, it is a big deal, and it's like,
that gives me chills.
Isn't it cool? I'm like, it's such an honor, and the fact that she literally is in this highlight of her career, for them to focus on this. And then also, I feel like these magazines, and I guess like kind of the internet of it all, they don't think about like the people involved. And I'm like, she's right. She has 2 kids, and like, you're not considering that like now she might be getting texts from her kids being like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? Now, even if it is true, because obviously the fact that they haven't taken it down, and the fact that their quote about Carrie is interesting, because it says his team did not immediately respond to people's request for comment, which is different than Pink's team had no comment. I feel like that's distinctly different for a reason. And I'm like, even if there's some truth to this, it sucks to find out this way. And if that's what Carrie did, fucking sucks on him to like not have the discussion with his wife, not let his kids know. And like, so now this is a whole thing. And then also to do it while your wife is on a high. Like, all of it feels shitty for Pink. It makes me sad for her.
She makes such a great point. She's very eloquent when she says, do you want to celebrate my accomplishments, or do you just want to circulate my potential demise?
Yeah.
Which is part of, unfortunately, celebrity culture and reality TV and American culture. Is like, we love like a dumpster fire.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, that gets more clicks and more views.
Of course. We love
Something going wrong for someone, versus being like, let's celebrate all that's going well for Pink. That's not gonna get the reads.
No, it's like, we love to lift people up to watch them fall. Like, it's really what it is. It's like we celebrate these people, put them on pedestals, and then in the moment we can, we're like, push them off, and it does suck. Also, because Pink is still quite popular, I'm like, moms fucking love Pink.
Moms love Pink. Maybe because she stepped on the scene. Okay, like 2001 was get the party started. So it was kind of like, at least my mom was, in her like mid 30s. And I think Pink just had that kind of like rebellious, but also kind of palatable radio hits that you could still kind of like play with your kids in the car, but felt edgy and fun. And we just hadn't had like a rocker chick, I feel like, in a little while from when she stepped on the scene, right?
Until this moment, I don't think I thought about that, but you're right. Where are the Pinks? Where are the Avrils? Or maybe they just aren't mainstream, because I know someone in the comments, you're going to be like, actually, Taylor Momsen. Not literally. You know what I mean? So I'm sure they are out there. But you're right. There's not like a mainstream rocker girl in the way that we had them in the early 2000s. Because even like an Avril doesn't exist right now. Not to my knowledge. I can't think of one that is that big. You know what I mean?
It's hard to do. It's hard to pull off because, of course, we had Kesha, who kind of went that way. it's hard.
Fergie's in that space a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To pull off being, again, like, families want to listen to your music and give you the streams. I mean, now that we're in the streaming era that doesn't matter quite as much, but still that you are interesting to a wider audience, and you don't alienate people by being tatted or have like different color hair, but you still play on people's like interest in those things, I think is a delicate balance that Pink evidently does really well.
Yeah. And I also wonder if there's not a new Pink because they're like, we have old Pink. Because old Pink is still on wires flying through touring. Like she's on tour. She was on tour last year. So I'm like, they're like, why would I need a new one? I have.
She looks amazing. Pink hasn't aged. What the hell? I mean, she's fit. Yeah, that lady.
Very, very in shape. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this story develops. Like, I hate that, like, if she found out this way, it's so shitty, and I hate that, like, a part of celebrity culture, like you were saying, Fiona, is accepting that, like, the moment they can knock you off the pedestal, they're gonna try.
I know.
Yeah, and also People Magazine. Like, I'm like, do better.
Do better.
Do better. Ugh. You know, People Magazine might not do better, but we're going to continue to do better. You know,
every day, man.
We're learning, we're listening.
Every day, we get better and better.
Exactly. I think that's all we have for you this week. We will do another I'm sure Sequoia will have thoughts on
I
trainers,
cannot wait.
So.
I got to watch just so I can have an effective conversation with Sequoia about this, because hearing you go back, you know, Sequoia doesn't like to pedal back.
I think I will have to. I'm gonna have to defend a white man. I'm gonna have to defend Rob on this show.
You're gonna be defending the white man.
I hate it. Just like Maura. Anyway, that's all we have for you. Don't forget you can follow us on our social pages at Freshly Popped. Keep liking, subscribing, listening. Rate us 5 stars on Spotify. Give us our comments there. We love to hear from you, and we will see you next week, everybody. You've been popped.